In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can stand up for yourself better and get the respect that you deserve in any situation. Welcome to Better Today, a place where young leaders like you come to find work-life inspiration. Make sure to watch until the end of this video and watch out for the question of the day. One of the hardest skills to learn as an adult is the ability to stand up for yourself. When I was a newbie in the workforce, I felt pressure to be a yes man. Standing up for yourself was at best surprising to many people and at worst, rude or disrespectful, especially if you speak up to older people. You know how it is? Asian workplace culture. Times have changed, and so it has become a bit more acceptable to stand up for yourself now. Today's question of the day is, have you ever been in a situation where you had to stand up for yourself? Let me know in the comments below. There are 7 ways that you can stand up for yourself better and get the respect that you deserve in any situation. First, accept that you have to stand up for yourself. The very idea of standing up for yourself is hard. I know that. When you're so used to situations or circumstances, you might not even realize that you're being bullied or are being stepped on already. Take a step back and assess the situation. You can also tell the story as objectively as you can to a trusted friend. Ask for their input. Ask them if they think the situation is one where you need to stand up for yourself. Just realizing that a situation demands that you defend yourself and stand up for what's right is already a huge step forward. Second, learn the power of no. Come on, let's practice it. No, no, no. No is the hardest word to say in life. It's usually our instinct and our nature to want to say yes to people, to keep them happy, and also to avoid conflict. But saying yes all the time leads to stress, leads us to taking on more than what we can handle, and it can also lead to burnout. There might even be 1 or 2 people who will take advantage of your yeses and cost you your time and your peace. Saying no is difficult, but it's one of the most effective ways to stand up for yourself. You're showing that your time and your yeses are valuable and that you know how to prioritize what and who you say yes to. Third, separate emotions from facts. When I stand up for myself and the situation turns ugly or the conversation goes nowhere, it's usually because I've allowed emotions to creep in and take over. It's normal. We're emotional creatures, and that's what makes us human. But no one benefits from a screaming match, or if someone walks out of a room. It just makes the conflict more awkward and nothing gets fixed. What works for me is preparing an agenda to discuss. Bullet points work fine for me, as well as quickly typed up notes in my phone. When you do have to have that difficult conversation with someone when you're standing up for yourself, stick to factual and objective arguments. Try to also not be angry or hungry before the confrontation. Here's a fact. People who like a YouTube video hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. I think that you should do it right now. Fourth, don't let disrespect slide. I'm generally a forgive and forget kind of person, but personal disrespect and personal attacks, well, they deserve a response of some kind. Disrespect from total strangers, well, that's easier to let go with some practice. But disrespect from people that we know, people that we live with or work with, that's a little bit harder, and they need to be addressed. The last thing you want is a repeat offense, and calling out an offense quickly while it's still fresh is necessary in order to avoid it from happening again. Take a deep breath before saying something, and stop the person immediately from continuing if you have the chance to. Explain the situation as best as you can, and let them know that they've offended, hurt, or insulted you. Don't ask, beg, wait, or expect an apology either. You're dealing with adults, and if they invalidate your feelings or have no courage to say sorry, then that's on them and not you. Bullies don't bully those who hit back. Remember that. Fifth, consult a mediator if you have to. If you need to stand up for yourself against somebody that you're not familiar with or someone that you're not close with, it might be helpful to consult with a common friend or a colleague that you can trust. The last thing that you want is to stand up for yourself in a way that makes the situation much worse. For example, you could come off too strongly or cause a second round of conflict, but this time, it's your fault. It might take some time to find that person that you can trust, but their advice could be valuable. They might be able to give you insights on how to approach the person or give you tips on how they respond to feedback. Sixth, Give a way out or a way forward. A cornered dog often bites back hard. When standing up for yourself, especially in a professional setting, make sure that you come prepared with a solution or two on hand. These can be suggestions on how that person can act or behave differently. They can also be exact changes that you want to see from that person. I do subscribe to the idea of people who complain without bringing a suggestion to the table are just whiners. Call me old-fashioned, but I think that people who stand up for themselves with solutions on how to move forward are going to get much better results. They give both parties something to work with. You can treat it as a negotiation starting point or a discussion starting point of sorts. Seventh, know when to pack up and go. Sometimes, you've done everything that you can and still feel that things aren't changing for the better. For your own peace and sanity, maybe it's time to let it go. It could be a toxic relationship. It could be a rude or tactless friend. It could also be slave-like conditions at the workplace. None of these are worth staying for, and none of these are worth standing up for after some time. And often, the most important and powerful way to stand up for yourself is to just leave it behind. You deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. Always remember that. Are there other ways that you've successfully stood up for yourself? Share them with me in the comments below. If you found this video informative or helpful, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It tells me that you enjoy this kind of content. Thanks for watching. My name is Jason and may you stand up for yourself better today.